Reminder, if you don't want the double echo of the stream and the game, to just mute the game. Or the video up here. My apologies if you're on reality. Kurosawa, we're gonna do this one. No worries. Hope you have a great day. Thanks so much for stopping by. How are you doing, Potion? Potion Stash. What kind of potions do you got? Do you have Mind Wipe potions? I could really go for one of those right now, man. No cap on God, for real. All kinds. What's your favorite kind of potion you got right now? 2 padlock cells on the door. I don't think I opened that. Find the keys to the Hall of Ropes and find the ritual tomes, 1 out of 5.
Don't go alone.
Alright, well, I have not played a Potion of Healing. I love your enthusiasm. Very, very nice. Okay, so it's been a minute. Oh god, this is when it becomes hardest. is when you can't remember what you were doing last time. Oh shit! I need my film to reload, please. Alright, reload a little bit faster. Oh, got him. Guys, should gasps like that also count as screams for the drinks and blink check? What do you think? Potion of healing? Do you have antidotes too? Do antidotes count as potions, or are those technically just normal things that people would use every day? I guess it's if it's a potion of cure poison, right? Oh, goodness gracious. I got some film. That's fantastic. Quit speaking freaky shit, Mayu. She's talking about one of the previous characters. Are you doing okay today, Blue Wolf? Thank you very much for your time and company. Ah, it's locked.
If I open this, I might be able to get out.
I might be able to get out.
Do you think we can leave?
Oh no, not one of these blokes. Oh, he got me. I gotta remember these guys teleport, bruh. Come on, man. Oh, did I get him? I got him some. No, I did not. That sucks. We're gonna take a little healing item there. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do, actually. Because he did not hit me for damage. He hit me for willpower. I'm just gonna take a picture of him there to get rid of those things. Not the most ideal outcome there, but I think we'll do. Ooh, got a fatal frame on him. Very nice. Actually, I don't know if that was a fatal frame, but at least we stunned him there. Ooh, he really likes to keep me on my toes. Oh, come on! He's just so fast. Oh, there we go! How do you like that, you stupid priest? Yeah, not so fun now, huh? Blood's tweaking out, bro. Woo! Woo! Is he regenerating? That's some bullshit, bro. Oh! What are you doing? Are you just going towards Mayu? I'll save you, Mayu. Get out of here, you freaky priest. Be gone. Whoo! Alright, come on, Mayu. Time to go, baby girl. I heard something. I don't like that. Ooh, thank you very much, everyone who might happen to be lurking. Did you guys play a game today? Sorry, I thought I heard something else, but apparently it was just Homegirl. I have 70,000 points. I'm going to buy like one herbal medicine. Ooh, I can buy an outfit? Oh, I can wear the original Miu outfit? Oh, I'm gonna wear that. Hell yeah. Let's go. So I guess we ought to go back the way we came from then. Is there gonna be a ghost on the other side of this? No, thank God. Lucky us, am I right? Hello, BlazeUp420. Thank you for becoming a follower. My you, my you, my you, my you. Become the sacrifice, yai. Can we go in here now? Oops. I can't remember how to switch the camera types. There we go. Yes, there we go. It says Radiant. Search for bloody handprints and take special shots with the Radiant filter. Special shot, hold for full charge. This is awesome. What am I going Super Saiyan? Holy shit, very, very cool. There we go, I just want the regular one back now. Is there gonna be a ghost on the other side? Oh. Okay. Crimson Wing Tome, an old book describing a ritual. A passage within proclaims how a butterfly's wings shall open the heavens. Once the lesser maiden slays the greater, the crimson butterfly shall return from the blank, which is hell, and become the guardian deity of the village. The maiden transformed into the butterfly shall soar into the heavens, her wings opening the sky, calling down the light from on high. Okay. See, they've added a little hiding spot here. The next ritual year is almost here. Since Itsuki and Mitsuki weren't able to calm the hell before, now it's supposed to be our turn. But I'm going to leave the village together with my little sister. Itsuki has already agreed to help us. Once we do, we can live together forever, just like we always promised. Honestly, I don't care if we run away. As long as I'm with my big sister, I'll go wherever you go. Just please, don't leave me behind, okay? Sigh.
It's calling me.
No, don't go! Mayu! Stop it! I just found you, girl. Now you're running off on me? This is interesting. Oh, that was me saying that. Alright, alright, alright. My bad, my bad. I'm gonna have a little sippy real quick. Whew. One moment. Am I? I have a bad feeling, man. I saw something that I could... Did I miss it? I guess I did. Damn. Hello, Soul Kirby. How are you? Thank you very much for stopping by. Are you gonna come over here? Thank you. Hiya! How are you doing today? Thank you very much for stopping by. I don't think I can slam those big doors, unfortunately.
It's no use. I can't go any further.
Why not, Mayu?
Mayu.
Of course you can. Come on. Don't be silly. I'm good. Cheers, by the way. Thank you. Cheers to you, too. I'll have a little sip to that. I'm gonna read this real quick. Yai is not returned. Whether she has forsaken Sai or simply perished out of the forest, I do not know. So long as Sai is purified as a maiden beforehand, I may be able to hold back the hell hole, whatever you call it, with only her assistance for a time. I shall perform the ritual with only the lesser maiden in accordance with what few records I have available to me. Yai, why did you run? Why have you not returned? Maybe because she didn't want to be sacrificed. Blood? Maybe that's why. Oh? Oh, I see. I'm gonna charge this up real quick. Did you get to play a game today, Soul Kirby? A small key found hidden in the Hall of Ropes. It's engraved with the symbol for shadow. The key can be opened if you have the light key and shadow key.
Find one more key.
Okay, just one more key apparently.
They're all
Mayu, chill.
We can't escape them.
Why not, Mayu? Oh, I'm jealous. I kind of want to try that game out too. I still need to beat 8 though, so I think what I'll do is I'll try to sit down and actually play 8 sometime, and then I'll play 9. It looks sick as shit, bro.
Don't go alone.
I won't go alone, I just needed you to... Oh, well, I guess the door's locked. Door's stuck! I guess we'll go back the way we came with Mayu. This way. Which playthrough? Oh. Oh no. I left her ass behind. You can figure this shit out, Mayu. Come on, girl. Run faster! What the fuck? He's gonna get me! It's going okay. I haven't gotten terribly far into it. I think I've only... This is like the 3rd time I've streamed it. But it seems like the story's going along faster than it normally does. But then again, they did trim a lot of the fat. That didn't need to be there originally. Like, certain scenes that just took, like, a long time. Oh god, please don't find me here. Oh, another thing that's interesting, though, is that this game's a little different from the original. As you can see, they have the Kusabiiii. He was in the original version of the game. It's good that they kept him. He's just waiting. That's so cringe, bro. Oh my god. My stupid ass sister almost got me killed. Oh, yes, because you have to use the camera a lot. But the one thing with Kusabiiii that I appreciate is that he's not just stuck to specific rooms now. He can actually, like, wander and try to find you. which is really cool. I'm gonna try to make a break for it away from here. Ooh. But yeah, thankfully we got a moment away from him. Is my sister coming? My god, she is far behind. Mayu, come here. I'll hold your hand, Mayu. Gotta get out of here. Oh, I can't wait to play RE9 though. That game looks sick. I think I've had a couple of things spoiled for me, but it's like hard not to have RE spoiled for you, you know? Like everyone just talks about those games because they're great.
Mayu, don't go alone.
Oh, maybe I should go back the other way. Because I had to run all the way back because we encountered Kusabiiiii. Other horror game suggestions. Are you looking for like AAA or indie? Out of curiosity. Do you emulate? That's another good question. If you emulate, big recommendation for Eternal Darkness. That game is so interesting. But if you're looking for something that you can play on PC just normally, Mortuary Assistant is good if you're looking for a game with a lot of replay value. That game is devilish, but really cool. And if you're looking for a single-player game, I would recommend Tormented Souls if you're into old-school Resident Evil worship. Because that game takes the confusing puzzles and the survival horror and the fixed camera angles to like another level. It's really good. And those games just came out with a sequel recently, like this year. I don't remember what exactly it was, but still pretty tight. A note left in the High Priest's manor expressing his concerns about the strengthening miasma emanating from the blank. Yes, Tormented Souls. If you like old Resident Evil, aka like, okay, cool. If you don't mind like Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, you would probably really get a lot of kicks out of Tormented Souls because it has like the simultaneously disturbing but still silly story. But I felt like they did a pretty good job with that. IMHO. Let me see here. I just want to increase my character size real quick. Sorry about that. And then let me move this. Well, I'll just make it shorter. How about that? There we go. Okay. Tormented Souls, if you enjoy that. Mortuary Assistant, if you kind of like the replayable horror games. That game is legitimately very scary. I'm trying to think. Because I've not played too many recently, because I haven't been on stream recently as much. Until I'm trying to, you know, stick around more. But, there's quite a few. Also, what's great about Tormented Souls is those games are pretty cheap. I think, like, brand new, they're maybe $30 or $40. And on sale, I think I've purchased Tormented Souls for, like, $5 before on PC as well. I have it on console. I've purchased it multiple times just because I thought it was really cool and I was actually tempted to stream it. But yeah, that one's pretty cool. Let me look at my Steam real quick. Because I have a couple of games that I play on stream and then some that I've not played in a while. Horror games. If you do like Tormented Souls, by the way, there's the second game just came out recently. Oh, if you can get Fear. Fear is like one of my favorite horror games ever. I don't know if you've played it. It's older though. There's 2. Yes, there is 2. So if you end up liking Tormented Souls, they just released the sequel. So then you'll have more content if you like the first one. And if you don't like the first one, then, you know, I get it. I'm going to read this note. But, yes, big recommendation to, Fear, F.E.A.R. Just the first one, though. And get it on GOG, because on GOG they fixed it up a little bit. You might need to mod it to fix, like, the mouse interaction, but other than that, it's okay. That game is phenomenal. Alrighty. The miasma from the Hell portal is becoming more potent. There are no remaining records that I can find indicating that it has ever grown this strong in times past. Perhaps the mounting number of deaths from our poor harvests in recent years accounts for this, or perhaps the time of our reckoning, our repentance, for the Tachibana's failure in the ritual draws near. Whatever the case, I must hurry. Offerings from other villages seeking the ritual have bequeathed unto us as well. Half our mourners have been consumed by the miasma and driven mad, plunging themselves into the blank. Oh, really? Yeah, I told you, bro. That shit is mad cheap, bro. Mad cheap. Now, I will say, it is hard. It is hard. Much like those old Resident Evil games were, but unlike those old Resident Evil games, it was sort of intentionally designed to emulate that flavor. Whereas, like, I feel like in old Resident Evil, they probably gave the gamers too much credit. And they were like, they'll be able to figure this shit out. Whereas in Tormented Souls, they're like, we're gonna make it really confusing. But it's mostly just the puzzles. And I will say, of all the puzzles I did in Tormented Souls, and I got maybe up to the halfway point, if not a little bit past the halfway point, I think I was truly stumped on 2, right? I was truly stumped on 2 of them. I couldn't figure it out. But I did basically the rest of the game before that, all on my own, no cheating. Not that it really matters if you cheat, you could look up whatever you want. I do find some kind of joy in trying the puzzle on my own, but if I really can't figure something out, I'll just look it up. But yeah, anything that revolves around the keys in those games is really, in Tormented Souls, is really confusing. You know, now I'm curious. I kind of want to look through my other horror games. Sorry, I know I'll get back to the game in a moment. Really, 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 really recommend Fear. All good. Yeah, thank you. Sorry to anyone else who happens to be watching this video later. I did try Silent Hill F. I don't know if you've tried that recently, but that game was really fun. I haven't played it recently, but it was still a really cool game. Scorn was also quite fun if you don't mind a rather linear, sort of chill experience. Like, it has some puzzles in it. Yes, it's just called Fear. But get it on, if you can manage, try to get it on GOG, because when you purchase it on Steam, you have to buy the Fear bundle, which is like all the games. It's cancer the way they did it on Steam. But if you buy it on GOG, you can just get the first game and its expansions. That game is basically a mixture of Max Payne and The Grudge. Like, you have your traditional, like, 2000s ghost horror, but then you have, like, super awesome slow-mo combat. It's so sick. It's like one of the most beautiful... It's like chocolate and peanut butter. I love The Grudge. I love all those ghost movies. It's stuff like that that got me into horror in the first place. That's why I'm a ghost and not some demon incubi or whatever. Because honestly, that shit's kind of cringe if you ask me. I'm gonna shit myself. But I'm telling you, it's great. And I will say, a lot of the time, the combat and the scares are kind of separate. So you're not really going to have to fight anything scary until you beat the game and you play the expansions. Everything okay, except for some ghosts, but the ghosts die like with one bullet. New mourners must therefore be fashioned. For this task I shall turn to the sinners. Should things persist, the hell portal will spill out in a matter of years, my apologies. I have little choice but to put forth my own daughters for the crimson sacrifice and perform the ritual. Oh lord. By extension, Yai and Sai's purification must be accelerated. It is all for the sake of the village. Sounds to me like you just like killing little girls, bro. Black long-haired ghost girls are my fear, bro. Then you should play Fatal Frame, bro. That's like what the whole game is. Except there's also guy ghosts, and they're a wide variety. I recommend any Fatal Frame game. But I'm incredibly biased. I feel like I have some Resident Evil recommendations, but... Or not Resident Evil recommendations, but games like it. But it's just hard to think of them off the top of my head because there's so many. And I'm trying to think of games that make me think of, like, RE7 and 8, like, later on. Okay, I do not believe I can go there. Oh, there's a little creepy doll! Well, then there's got to be another creepy doll nearby, right? But yeah, if you like... I played a little bit of it. I was playing it on stream, but... I took a break and I just I don't know. I should play it again. I just haven't gotten around to it, unfortunately. I would like to, though. Have you played it? Because that game's pretty tight. NGL. Oh, time to listen to the crystal. Some of it. Were you a little scared, though? Was it, like, a bit too much? It's long? Oh, okay. For the village! Okay, thankfully nothing tried to grab my hand there. You're dog-ass at combat? Have you tried playing it on the easier difficulty? I don't think anyone would judge you, you know? Oh, another great game? Dude, Condemned Criminal Origins. Go play Condemned Criminal Origins. And if you want something free... Alright, now I'm popping off. If you want something free, try out Cry of Fear on Steam. That game is free and freaky. When no ritual is held, the cover obscuring the hell portal opens, bringing about calamity. Inhuman beings spill forth from the hell portal as all is consumed by the hell portal, the heavens themselves enshrouded in darkness. This darkness shall stretch on for generations, lurking in the earth as it summons the blank, the hell portal. This calamity is to serve as a great repentance for failing to fulfill our calling as those born above the hell portal. Yes, yes. I hope that you enjoy them if you do decide to try. It is for the ritual that we are given life. Two more. Okay, so I'm doing the right thing by exploring. Oh, thank you, Mayu. You're so goated, Mayu. Oh, Cry of Fear, Tormented Souls, Fear, but right in parentheses next to Fear, like GOG or something. Because you have to buy all of them if you buy it on Steam. which is really annoying, if you ask me, personally. Oh, I found both adults! We got them! Bingo! What the hell is fear and hunger? Interesting you bring that game up. That's also free. That was made in RPG Maker. But that is an incredibly challenging game. Both on the soul and literally. Like, I would say it's pretty creepy for an RPG Maker game. It's probably the creepiest one I've actually ever played, honestly. Because the sound design and the monsters are all just twisted. But that game goes places a lot of other games won't go. Personally, if you do decide to try that, I would really recommend looking up a video about it to see if you are okay with some of that content. And there is one particular type of content you may not be okay with that I'm just going to preemptively mention. There is a mod that removes those scenes from it. And no, they're not done in some weird eroticized way. They're just fucked up. It's not even pleasant. That was probably the biggest criticism of the game, is that if your character dies, certain things happen to them that the game made you watch. And it's just like, it's just kind of tough, you know? But there is a mod to remove those things. And it's not that hard to apply it either. But I will say, even with that aside, the game is, like, fucking brutal. You know, like, it's one of those games I wouldn't even recommend playing without a guide or something, just because it's seriously just so unhinged with how much it wants to, like, stop your playthrough. It's kind of crazy. And I'm not saying that in a way where I would like that to be different. That's the way that the game was designed. I think it's fascinating. But definitely wanted to throw that out there. It is incredibly hard. And you will probably need a mod to remove some of the scenes. Unless you really don't care about that kind of stuff. Which, you know, more power to you. I just don't want to break my brain constantly subjecting myself to stuff like that. Yes. If you're familiar with Berserk, I would say it sort of has a similar vibe to that. Yeah. Very interesting game, though. Just, those games are incredibly fascinating. They're just hard to stomach, both mentally and, like, literally, mechanically. Now, I think you might enjoy the second one more, because I believe they toned them down a lot. There's still intercourse that is shown in the game, but a lot of the time it's more so consensual than it's not. It's really hard talking about those games. By the ritual of the Crimson Sacrifice, the Maiden of Twin Bodies is made whole, her divine being silencing the Hell Portal. The Lesser Maiden shall remain in the realm of man, watching over the world, while the Greater Maiden shall pass through the Hell Portal, quelling the earth. Okay. Got a picture of the spooky ghost. Interesting, I've got two ghosts there. Oh, I gotta go help my sister. Uh-oh. I literally can't take a picture of her from over there. I gotta go downstairs and try to get to her. Alan Wake is great. The second one is, like, way scarier, though, from what I've seen. Because there's the first game. First game is rated T for teens, so there's only so much they can do, but they did a great job, and the story is fascinating. The second game... Oh my god. Am I able to stop him at all? Seriously, bro? Reload the film faster! Or I'm just gonna wait for him to attack again. There we go. Whew, thank goodness for that. I'm sorry, Mayu. Alan Wake is great. Even if you get the remastered or not. Alan Wake 2 is super tight. If you want a game like Resident Evil 4, I would recommend those Alan Wake games. I would maybe turn the difficulty up a little bit, because those games have the system where you kill enemies with a combination of light and actual combat. But the game is incredibly generous with the light sources that it gives you. If you're fine with that and you want to have an easier time, go for it. If you want to have slightly more of a challenge, I would put Alan Wake 1 on, like, hard or something. Alan Wake 1, I would say, despite still getting scared at times, I was quite impressed, because that game is not the most graphic ever. It does a lot with what it can. That's really cool. It still got me quite a bit. What's really interesting... Yes, there's a normal setting. There's a normal setting. If you just want to play on normal, then just play on normal. You know, I'm just saying I found the game a little easy personally, but your preferences might be totally different than mine. That's, you know... And if you do like it to be a little easier, I would actually recommend Alan Wake then. Because Alan Wake is, of the games I've recommended, probably one of the easier ones. Cry of Fear is hard, Tormented Souls is really hard. Fear is also easy. But if you play Fear... Okay, I will say, definitely play Fear on the hardest difficulty. Because it gives you a great respect for the enemies and what they're capable of. Because the AI in Fear is, like, next level compared to other games. Have you ever played a Dead Space game? That's probably a stupid question, but have you? Dead Space rules, I'm just saying, hands down. Oh god. No! Okay, play Dead Space 1. You can even play the remake if you prefer. But dude, Dead Space 1 is awesome. I think that was like my first proper horror game that I ever played. Probably besides Fear 2. Yes, there's 3 Dead Spaces, and one of them is a remake. Or, sorry, there's 3 Dead Spaces and a remake of the first game. My apologies. Sorry, I was just looking around real quick. Whew. I'm trying to now I'm like always happy to talk about more horror games. I want to recommend... I'm hearing a sound somewhere. It could just be the save spot. Oopsie boopsie. I wonder where I've gone wrong. I must have missed something in this location. I'm gonna save real quick. I'm gonna open up my GOG as well. Because now I just want to look at all the horror games I have. Oh! Have you ever played, like an Amnesia game? It's $9 right now. Go for it. I have. Okay, so if you like Amnesia, the scariest game I think I've ever played is called Visage. V-I-S-A-G-E. Visage, however you want to say that. It plays a lot like an Amnesia game, where your only choice is to run and hide. But my god, that game put me through it. Like, that game was so scary, I put it down and I didn't come back for like another 3 years, and I was only able to beat it because I was on stream, and being on stream didn't make it any much easier than I was hoping it would. Although it was definitely more manageable than doing it by myself. Because, like, if I played that game by myself, I don't think I ever would have been able to complete it, personally. 5 years ago, you almost cried when you saw the jawless girl. She is straight up the most horrendous part of the game, besides the granny. There's also a third storyline, but I would say his is, like, not that bad. It was still scary, but I was like, dude, my pants never recovered. Oh my god, yes, when they put you in some really dark locations with the camera. I will say that is, like, the scariest thing I've ever had to play in my whole life. Was there a book here I missed? I'm sort of just double-checking at this point for anything I might have missed. Is there some other way I can get into that room? Yeah, that camera doesn't help. It just makes things worse, because you think it's gonna help you because you have light, but then you realize, like, you have to see things only when you use the camera. Hell yeah! Dead Space is perfect. Okay, almost perfect. The first game does have some flaws with its, like... There's certain segments in the game where you have to use anti-gravity. And you're jumping between each location. Whereas in, like, 2, 3, and the remake, you can sort of free fly in the zero gravity. Yes, that's true, that's true. But, like, dude, aside that, and there's, like, some turret scenes that are pretty tough. Because the sensitivity isn't tied to the mouse, so the mouse, you'll have to drag it a little bit more than you would to hit the stuff with the turrets. That is one of the scariest games I've ever played. I think I still have a hard time playing Dead Space. Mainly because I guess I still think of how it made me feel back then. But also that game has so many amazing moments where the necromorphs, that's the name of the creatures, necromorphs can leave and then return in another area of the map. Hey Kaiwi, good to see you. Thank you very much for stopping by. How are you doing, bro? Hey, yo. Oh, there's something down here. Prayer beads, nice. How you doing, Kaiwi? Can I upgrade my camera at all? I think I will increase the focal point. The focus. The camera obscura features manually adjustable focus. Focus it while raised. Manually using the focus feature can be faster than autofocus and allows you to pinpoint specific enemy locations. Okay. What's Little Nightmares? Oh, Little Nightmares rules, bro! Help, I can't hear you no more. No, I'm sorry. Okay, so Little Nightmares is cracked. That's also another great game for age-appropriate stuff. Little Nightmares 1 and 2 are sort of like Little Big Planet, but if you took out the crafting and world building and you put it in with horror, it is cute, but it is horrifying. I will say it's not the scariest game I've ever played, though, but there are definitely moments that will get your heart rate up. So, one, not the scariest thing ever. I would say Alan Wake might be scarier than Little Nightmares in comparison, because I would say Alan Wake was like the least scary, but still good. Little Nightmares, I would say, it's not as consistently scary, but depending on what bothers you, it will still probably be good. The premise of the game is like you're a little kid running away from these cannibalistic adults, and everything just wants to kill you. Oh, another great game. I don't know if I would necessarily qualify this as Limbo. Or sorry, I don't know if I would classify this game as a horror game necessarily. But if you're looking for something similar to Little Nightmares, in which children are put into precarious situations, but it's like a 2D platformer, is Limbo. That game is awesome. It's a monochrome kind of... It's a mono... No, it's a duo... It's a dual color palette themed game where everything's black and white and gray. Inside? I think so. Inside was made by the people who made Limbo. Inside was made by the people who made Limbo. Limbo is the same. Concept equals terrifying. Game equals good, not so scary. Yes, yes, yes. Limbo was what put the Inside developers on the map. I played Limbo when that game came out on the 360. That game is awesome, bro. Limbo rules. I remember that being like my favorite game of that year. And I hadn't even played... I think I still played like the big budget games like Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed that year. It was like my favorite. Okay, it is a little rage baity, because there are some moments where it baits you into your own death, but then like at the same time the game has very frequent autosaves, so most of the time when you die you don't really go that far back. You usually go like right before you died, and then you have a chance to do it again. Limbo's great. I would say Little Nightmares is scarier than Limbo, though. What, Kaiwi? Because Limbo has more adrenaline-pumping moments than I would say things that scared me. Whereas Little Nightmares is... you don't need to, but I think that they're all... Okay, I haven't played 3 yet, but I think they're all really fun. 2 is even better than 1. And a little scarier, if you ask me. And 2 is also a prequel to 1, so if you wanted to play 2 first, that wouldn't even be that bad. And I don't think that they really changed that much between the games, except adding more collectibles. And maybe, like, some new mechanics. Wait. I re-downloaded Disco wanting to finish my game. It just gave me it didn't give me a continue button, just new game. I'm hoping a glitch because I am not replaying all that. No. What happened, though? Did you delete your game or something? Is this a new computer you're playing on? Did you have... If you wiped... Did you have to wipe your computer in the past? Sorry, I need to close this little hint here. We got the zoom, and now we're going to get the second max attack. Next time, I probably should have gotten reload speed there, to be honest. Hell yes. Okay, quick tip, though. Look up the patches that you'll need for Dead Space 1. Because that game, on Steam, is, like, capped at 30 frames. And has some mouse issues. So, definitely look for those patches. But Little Nightmares should run just fine out of the box. I wasn't expecting to do that since it didn't do that with the other games. I'm really sorry, bro. Did it have a cloud save, perhaps? Out of curiosity? God, I can't find out where the other book is. I feel like a freaking baka. Gaijin. I'm really sorry, Kylie. It's insane that you made it through a game that's so hard to translate. Because of all the games I could think of that is hard for people to play that don't know... Like, okay, you know Grey English, by the way. Let me rephrase that. Of all the games for a non-native English speaker to play... I think Disco Elysium would be on the list of harder ones, because there's so many made-up words in that game. There's so many bullshit words that don't have a translation because they're made-up terms. Well, that's the thing. You're able to understand a lot of games, but Disco Elysium is really hard. Like, and it also, the vocabulary in that game is pretty intense, because they have a lot of political terms in there, and a lot of poetic terms in there. And then they also have slurs in, like, other languages, too. I remember Dorian... If you remember Dorian from a long time ago... forgive me for saying it, but, Kuno and his sister refer to the player as a Fagari, which is, I think, actually just Finnish for a slur, right? Whereas, like, other words are, like, made-up versions of words. Because they're not specifically... Kuno S, yeah. Yeah. Dude, you're making me miss Disco Elysium. That game fucking rules. I think I've talked about this before, but I had a speedrun strat. But the speedrun was to just punch... to successfully kick... God, the racist black guy. What's his name again? Kim is actually gay. Another win for me. Yes! Hell yeah, brother. Can I go back out here? Okay, I can. Maybe that's what I should be doing then, since I can't seem to find the rest of the books in that area. No book over there. Okay, I remember the button that slams the door shut. I just like to double check the door slam. Well, Kim's not bad looking for his age, you know? Like, he's balding a little bit, but... I mean, shit. Shit happens, bruh. I am lost. I'm lost in the sauce, baby. I can't kick the ball down either. That's a bummer. Over Harry. Totally fair, bro. Balding over Harry. That's tough. Sorry, Harry. Okay, I am going the right way. Sick. Alright, we've got the radiant filter on. We're going to charge it up. There we go. We're going to put the regular filter back on. We're just going to wait for our willpower to come back. There we go. Oh, Outlast? You see, I should have recommended that, but the thing is I haven't actually even played Outlast yet because that game is twisted. Outlast is pretty scary too because it's sort of like an Amnesia type game where you can't fight, but the game forces you to use a video camera to see in certain spots during the night or like when it's really dark. And you also need to use the camera to record evidence because you're technically playing as a whistleblower on some messed up torture program. Outlast sort of has Saw vibes. I would say if you play Outlast, I've heard a lot of people say they don't like the second one. I have not played it, so I can't confirm it. If you do play Outlast, I would recommend Outlast 1 and any of its DLCs it has. If you really want to play 2, go for it. Just know that it's not as necessarily clever as the first game is. Then there is Outlast Trials. Outlast Trials is sort of like a cooperative survival horror game where all 4 players are put into Saw-like scenarios. Outlast Trials, the third game, is different than those other 2 games, but it's great if you have some friends to play with, or if you're willing to play with randoms. But yes, I would say that Trials looks great. People really like Trials. I haven't played it yet, unfortunately. Shitting my pants every time. Totally respect that. We were just talking about some games. Sorry, Kaiwi. Outsiders have come to visit our village, and they couldn't have arrived at a better time. My only option at this point is to turn the man into a Kusabiiii and then perform the shadow ritual, thus keeping the portal sealed. No matter what happens, I cannot let him escape. So basically, the characters that came here before to visit the town and study it ended up getting turned into some ghosts. In years when there is no crimson sacrifice taking place in the depths of the hell portal bellow, like Scream, a Kusabiiii is to be employed. A Kusabiiii is one who ill belongs in Minakami, mummified and offered up to the Hell Portal. A Kusabiiii is the one who ill belongs in Minakami. So basically, a Kusabiiii is someone who does not belong in the village. They're murdered, mummified, and then sacrificed to the Hell Portal. And then the greater the agony of a Kusabiiii endures, the more the quaking of the Hell Portal is quelled. So basically, the more they torture the person before they die, the longer they buy their time from the Hell Portal from opening. Not even Taco Bell as bad as that, trust me. How wholesome. I know, right? Pretty based, pretty based. Alright, that should be everything. Crimson Sacrifice. Crimson Sacrifice. Sorry, just checking something. Okay, we're back to the game. Now let's see if we have anything we can do in this room specifically. Actually, we probably should be going back the way we came, because now we have all the books. While you're playing Genshin. Hell yeah, bro. Collect your husbands and waifus. I gotta back up. Oh, let go of my sister, you bastard! Damn, I obliterated her ass, bro. Game of agony and suffering versus anime gambling addiction. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. My gambling addiction lies with magic. Yo, Kylie, random question. Have you ever played an Assassin's Creed game? If you haven't, you should. Particularly Brotherhood... Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations. Oh, okay, so you must have played 2. I think Florence is in 2 and Brotherhood, because both of those games take place in Italy. Or Rome, rather. I don't know what you want to call it, but yeah. Awesome shit. I used to love Assassin's Creed before they kind of started falling off, in my opinion. But, random mention, they had Assassin's Creed packs at the store today for Magic the Gathering. And I got some. I got one. Although, unfortunately, they were only 7 cards instead of 14. And I didn't get any crazy good cards. But they were still cool. And it'll be fun to build decks with them later on. Okay, not this way. We need to go the other way. The gameplays you saw recently? Yeah, dude, those games are cracked. I miss playing the older generation of Assassin's Creed games. Everything from 1 to 3 is great. Black Flag is also good. I just admittedly haven't played as much of Black Flag as I would like to. And plus, that's like a Caribbean/American game. Bro, just play 2 in Brotherhood and Revelations. 2 in Brotherhood are in Italy, Revelations is in Turkey. That's fair, that's fair. I'm just rambling too, you don't have to play these games now. I'm gonna be honest, bro, I haven't been playing many games recently. I'm surprised I'm even streaming right now. I wanted to stream last night, but I just didn't have it in me. I literally fell asleep at 6:30 p.m. last night, and then I woke up this morning at 6:30 a.m. Slept for like 12 hours, bro. Oh, that's fair. Maybe sometime I can hit you up, man. Because I believe the older ones go on sale for super cheap anyway. So now that I have all of my items, I need to find the cell keys. Okay, I probably do... God damn it, I'm stupid. I probably do need to go back. I'm so stupid! The music went away. I don't like that. Is there a freaky ghost nearby? Ooh, let me know what you think of those games you got, by the way, Kirby. You got, what is it, Little Nightmares and Dead Space? Great choices. Although I'm biased because I talked about them. and I've played both of those games. Dude, Dead Space games are a rush. Like, there are times when you walk into a room and then you know there's gonna be a fight, but then you're just like, when? When will fight? You did? Do you have the console for it, or is it a PC game? That and Dino Crisis? You mentioned Dino Crisis 2 a while ago. That's really cool. If they were for PC, dude, if you ever need help, maybe I could, like, look. It's crazy your dad has a Dino Crisis 2 PC port. That's so crazy to me. But still awesome. Because, like, you only ever really see Dino Crisis 2 on PlayStation. And the PC copies are really hard to find. So much so that only recently, within the past, like, 6 years, did the PC ports get any kind of love from fans to fix it up. That's, like, why I played it on stream, is because I was able to play it in 1080p, which was not something that most people had played the game in. He's got other games too, but I'm not sure any of them are popular or famous. Also, good luck on the browse. If I can help out, I would love to. Soul Kirby. But I'm not sure any of them are popular or famous. That's fair. It's a charm Mayu was wearing. Mayu, why are you being creepy as hell? Checking over here. I can't pick up that film. Ever heard of Luto? It looks good, but it kind of looks like PT. I actually have not heard of Luto. Sorry, I was just checking a DM. I have not. Oh, fuck. I hope you like that one, bro. Oh, I did it too early. Oh, it dodged. Oh, no, but he grabbed my sister instead. Reload, reload, reload. There we go. Badass. I have not heard of Luto. Oh, one game I would recommend if you just want like a quick kind of fun game is Lost in Vivo. Kylie gifted that game to me a while ago. It's very obviously kind of influenced by Silent Hill, but it was still a fun game regardless, in my opinion. It is really short though. Not that I had a problem with that. It was a fun game. But yeah, if you just want like a quick couple of puzzles, little bit of combat, messed up story, can't go wrong with Lost in Vivo, if you ask me. Okay, we've now put the books into the proper order. The butterflies sacrifice, seal the hell portal, in its absence, Kusabiiii to repent. Let's read the books super quickly. That says sacrifice. So this should be the second book. The green is sacrifice. We're going to read this one. This one's about the hell portal. So that one will need to be third. This one is Butterfly Maiden. I wonder which one this would be. Okay, that one's actually in the right spot, I believe. This... No, I need the one about the Kusabiiii. Okay, Kusabiiii is there. Alright, we've already unlocked it. That's great. And we have the last key. Bingo, baby! Hell yeah, hell yeah. I would say, the only game I might think of is more popular is Clive Barker's Undying. Yes, that game is awesome, but it's also a little buggy and kind of hard to run. For some reason, I can't play it in 1080p. Like, I think I have to play it in 480p to get the game running consistently for some reason. I don't know why. But that game is really fun. It sort of plays like a first-person shooter like Quake, but it's horror-themed with, like, monsters. And it's sort of a smorgasbord of, like, Stephen King and traditional werewolf and other types of horror. And ghosts. Literally, it's just like a... sort of like a horror smorgasbord. You sort of get, like, a little bit of everything in Undying.
Wow. I can open the door. Everyone's dead.
It's all our fault. It's not our fault, little sis. Little sis by 2 minutes. Is Evil Within actually scary? I thought the first one was relatively scary. I'm a bit of a coward, so it's not that hard to scare me, necessarily. I would say that the horror sort of drops off after a certain point in Evil Within, and it becomes more like an action game with some horror. Evil Within 2, I think, is consistently scary. I would actually recommend Evil Within if you liked Resident Evil 9, because those games are like a great mix of like over-the-top, kind of hilarious at times, or just so crazy it's hard to believe. Whereas, but they're still pretty scary, in my humble opinion. Oh, I missed. Yikes. I'm gonna get a little bit more space. Oh, that was not that great of a shot, honestly. That got a scary ghost lady. Got him. Oh no, she's regenerating. She teleported like right next to me somewhere. Fuck you, bitch. I think I just pushed her there. Boom! Got him. I think Evil Within is a lot of fun. I think the first, like, quarter of Evil Within 1 is really scary. Then the next half of the game after that is pretty scary. And then the finale is just, like, action slop. But that's okay. It's not, like, terrible. Evil Within 2, I would say, even though there is some action slop, it is still quite scary. Because Evil Within 2 has, like, some open world to it. And that's very fun because I think it's the only horror open world I've ever played. Semi-open world, sorry. But what's really cool about that is you also sort of end up seeing scares in your own order, right? So, like, some people will encounter certain scares later or even earlier than you might. And it can be fun to talk about those and be like, oh, you remember this one? Yeah, I remember that one. Like, I remember playing through the first bit of the game, I'm like, oh, this is scary, but not that bad. I can do this, man. Even though I was totally scared. But then there was one encounter where you go into a house and you think you're just gonna end up getting in. Oh my god! Dude, you gotta be kidding me! You serious right now, bro? Oh no, this is an unkillable demon, by the way. That's why I'm kind of tweaking out here. Somehow we got away from that. I think it's still close by. I'm just not losing willpower. I really hope it's not still chasing me. I need to find somewhere to hide and, like, fast, bro. Hi, Streamy. Welcome to this, you know what it is. Thank you for stopping by. Hey. Ah! Oh, that was a well-timed shot. Thank you for liking, Steamy. Ah! I missed him. Oh. How are you doing, Streamy? Thank you for stopping by. Got the fatal flame on him there. I switched film by accident. Oh. I'm reloading the actually good film. Oh. Oh. I guess blood didn't want none of the smoke. Ha ha ha. Oh, did he just teleport back here though? No, I'm just tripping. BRB, no problem, Kaiwi. I hope you're doing okay. You know, I'm hanging in there. I'm trying to do my best. Thank you for liking the stream, Soul Kirby. Appreciate it. If you ever do try out Evil Within 1 and 2, I would say they're still worth it. Evil Within 1 definitely sort of scratches that itch of, like, I want to play Resident Evil, but I don't actually want to play Resident Evil. That game's sort of like, I want to play, like, Resident Evil 4 Plus games, but without being Resident Evil. I want to play a different game, but I still want something similar. That's sort of what Evil Within is like, for me, anyway. We're gonna charge this up. I'm trying my best to hang in there. I went to the store with my friend today, and I bought some cheap sleeves for my cards. And then I did something called... Or I went to look for something called tokens. Hello, Rico TT. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for stopping by. Tokens are like extra cards that your main cards create, but they don't, like, ever disappear. You can keep making them. All I wanted was a fairy token. I just needed one fairy token. I looked through hundreds of cards on their front and back. I found an insect, I found a snake, I found a poison counter, I found one other token I needed, but I did not find the one I really needed. I was like, come on, man. Of all the... There was like a bajillion of a token called Zombie Army, even in different languages, but there was no fairy tokens. I'm like, seriously, dog? Ooh, that one I was kind of proud of there. Everything on sale right now for Evil Within? I would say worth. I would say worth. I will say, 2 is a direct sequel to 1. I like the story of 2, like, way more. Literally everything about 2 is better than the first game. Like, the controls are improved, the story was improved, the horror was improved, the action was improved. It was just such a great sequel. But Evil Within 1 was a very interesting game on its own. Oh, there's a drawer here. I didn't even see this before. Prayer beads. Yay! Ah! That doll scared me. I was so scared of the doll, guys. Ah. How are you doing, Rico? Thank you for stopping by. Or is it Reco? I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Thank you for stopping by, Steamy, and everybody, and Kaiwi, and Kirby, and Rico. Dude, I didn't know they had such a tight sale on Steam right now. I gotta go check it later. Is this a shortcut I can take to get back? I'm lost, straight up. I'm forgetting where shit is, honestly. Definitely. Every time I see just the word definitely and nothing else, I always think of the girl from Dragon Tales. Because whenever someone asked her if she wanted to do something, and she responded positively, she'd be like, definitely! What does the key open? Open the cell door? Oh, I'm so stupid. Oh wait, maybe I'm not. Maybe I am going the right way. Maybe I'm not stupid, guys. Big surprise. The sale was supposed to end on the 8th, but I still see it? Hell yeah. Okay, I think we found our way back. There we go. We used the 2 shadow keys. Awesome. We finally know where to go. Sorry, guys. Mallet key. A flat key with a mallet engraved on it found in the cell. It opens the door to the back door to the Kurosawa house. Okay, so we have the key to exit now. All of that shit we did for the past hour and 17 minutes was to get a key that gives us another key. Crazy, right? At least we get a map, too. Altar room. It appears to be inside the Osaka house. Okay. We need to leave this house. Uh-oh. I think a ghost just entered, but I picked up this thing. Welcome back, Kaiwi. How long I've been held captive here, I cannot begin to guess. However, I find myself reminded of the mountain villages of ages past when visitors, unlucky enough to pass through, would be made living sacrifices in ritualistic ceremonies. When the head priest and his assemblage caught me, they called me an outsider and declared I would be made into a Kusabiiiii. That can only mean one thing. I'm to be sacrificed in the shadow ritual that the twins spoke of earlier. I committed a taboo in trying to reach that which isn't meant to be seen. Those who commit such a sin are destined to meet the same fate. She's starting to remember something. Oh, this is a huge note. Oh, yeah, he's scary. I know he looks silly now, but he's freaky. He's great, though. He's like the most memorable thing about the game besides having to dismantle all those bodies. As ever, the caretaker of this prison offers no words for me. His mouth is shut tight. It's an attitude that stands in stark contrast to how I was treated when I first arrived in Minakami. I'm still going to respond to you guys. I'm just reading this otherwise. Regardless, by all accounts, this facility appears to double as a library, filled to the brim with precious ancient texts, the likes of which I've never seen. Can you imagine the ops capture you, and then the torture cell in which they restrain you in is filled with books about their lore? I'd just be reading about it, and I'd be like, I don't give a fuck about any of this, but I'd be, like, so pissed that I just read it anyway. I'm like, what is with these assholes, you know? This should allow me to continue my research. Whether my work ever sees the light of day is another matter. The Abyss. I guess that's what the Hell Portal is called. It's impossible for me to say when, precisely, the Abyss first appeared. However, it has existed in this land since ancient times, a hole in the earth connecting our ephemeral realm to Hell. Should the cover obscuring it ever be lifted, they say a terrible disaster will occur. It is thought that the myths and legends surrounding the gate to Hell in these parts stem from this location. So feared is it, in fact, that in many ancient texts and manuscripts the name is forbidden, referenced only to as blank, the Hell Portal, whatever. The pain and suffering of those sacrificed are believed to power the seal that contains the Abyss, holding back its wrath. Mourners. Mourners are people who stand guard over the Abyss, as well as make the necessary preparations for the ritual to take place. Only they appear able to approach the Abyss proper. When the year of the ceremony arrives, the members of the families who serve as mourners stitch their eyes shut so that they do not gaze upon that which they protect. Then they must live out the rest of their days below ground. It makes me wonder just how terrible the place really could be to forbid even the mere sight of it with such a heavy hand. Damn.
Starting to remember.
I forgot about that bit about all those priests. So anytime we see any of those priests with a face mask, so what's happening is there's a portal to Hell, and the village, for however long the village has existed, basically, has been sacrificing twins to the Hell Portal to keep it shut. But one day, one of the twins escaped, and the other twin that tried to follow with them got caught, and they had to sacrifice her alone. This was not good enough for the Abyss, so the Abyss opened and then consumed the town and killed everyone and turned them all into spirits, because they're not allowed to go to the next life. They're now stuck with the power of the Abyss. And now that we've come back, the Abyss seems like it's wanting to expand and leave the village and start going elsewhere, right? Our sister also seems to be mildly possessed by what is going on with the Abyss. So in order to rid her of this supernatural illness, we must confront the Abyss ourselves, so that she quit tweaking AF, bruh. Written remarks. The Abyss do be greedy, bro. It wants everything. As part of the Crimson Sacrifice, a pair of twin shrine maidens are offered up, as we see here. Occasionally, the children who serve this role consist of a pair of male twins instead. In such instances, the boys are referred to as twin acolytes. So they do sacrifice men as well, but it is preferred that they're women, I think. I think that it's almost lesser if the twins are male, for some reason. Regardless, local residents believe that such children were originally one soul that split into two separate people prior to birth. The Crimson Sacrifice Ritual. The ritual is based on a legend that says when the two halves reunite as one, that maiden shall obtain divine powers as the child of a god. To that end, it is further written thus: the elder shall blank blank the younger and cast them into blank, which is like kill, sacrifice the younger and cast them into the hell portal, the Abyss. The first censored portion likely refers to a type of ritual that they are too loath to describe in writing. The very fact it's known as a festival of sacrifice suggests such practices. So even though they are killing their own children and sacrificing them constantly, they recognize that it's not necessarily that great. So they refuse to refer to it as a specific term or to talk about it. Kind of like how in Harry Potter they refuse to say the word Voldemort.
Let's get out of here.
Bro, we just opened that door.
Mayu!
Mayu!
No, it won't open. What do we do? There should be a key somewhere.
It's weird too, because our
I'll look
sister
for it.
seems like
Come on. Don't go.
sometimes she's
Stay here.
cognizant and sometimes she's totally possessed.
Okay, I'll be right back. Just promise. Don't leave me. Please, don't leave me.
Yeah, leaving each other is a theme throughout the game. Since she's enduring
Don't let go of my hand.
the possession, she's sort of getting a lot of the memories of the ghost that's possessing her.
Hurry up! If you don't, I'll leave it behind. Wait, Mio! Come on!
And so much like the twins had a moment where they left each other behind, one surviving and one dying,
Don't leave me!
these two had a slightly similar moment, but not as bad, where we ran ahead during a game, as you can see, and then she, like, trying to catch up, slips and hurts herself.
No.
And that's why she has that limp. I think she, like, permanently broke her leg. Because I believe the implication is that this game takes place in, like, either the 90s or the early 2000s.
Don't go. Don't go.
Fatal Frame 3, which is a sequel to this one and the first game, seems like it
Sorry.
definitely takes place in the early
I have
2000s.
to.
But whatever happened to her leg, I don't think she ever got proper care for it, and so she sort of has a limp.
Don't leave me. Don't leave me back.
There's a third one? There's 5!
Back soon.
There's 5 Fatal Frame games.
I'll be back
Technically,
soon.
7, because there was
Just a
2
bit.
remakes of this game, including this one.
Are you leaving me again?
So that's the ghost possessing her sister. Only ever heard of 2? Yeah, because everyone after that sort of got, like, a little less popular. Also because at the time that Fatal Frame was coming out, back in the early 2000s, they were releasing, like, within a year of both Resident Evil and Silent Hill, and both of those games were, like, way more popular than Fatal Frame ever was in that early 2000s period for PlayStation 2 horror games. Like, they really tried. They brought 1, 2, 3 over to the US for PS2. Fatal Frame 4 was only in Japan until, like, 2 years ago on the Wii. And the only way to play it in English was to play with a fan translation on a modded Wii or on emulation. I did that, by the way. I played that game before they remastered it on stream, and it was really hard because I was using a controller and not a Wiimote. Then there's Fatal Frame 5. Technically, Fatal Frame 4 and 5 don't have numbers, but whatever. Fatal Frame 5 only released on the Wii U, but then they ported it recently to everything. So yeah, for the longest time, you could only play Fatal Frame 1, 2, 3 if you paid a bunch of money. You could only play Fatal Frame 4, like I mentioned before, with a modded Wii or with emulation and the fan patch. And 5 could only be played on a Wii U. But for the past few years, they've been giving Fatal Frame more love. And so, I believe in 2023, they remade Fatal Frame Maiden of Black Water? And then it was either, I think it was 2024 that they remade Fatal Frame Mask of the Lunar Eclipse, which was, I was so mind blown that they did that because that game never left Japan until just recently. And then after they did Lunar Eclipse, I can't remember if that was 2024 or 2025, I think it was 2024. But after that, there was a couple of years of nothing, and then they remade Fatal Frame 2, which is so cool. The damp air has a rusted keyhole completely shut. I guess I just have to leave her now, lol. Sorry, sis. Sorry, young blood. Happy 90 minutes of stream. Maiden of Black Water is awesome. Mask of the Lunar Eclipse is crazy. They're all so much fun. Slam the door, because I'm scared. Okay, open the door. We're all good, I think.
I have to find the key.
Maiden of Black Water is really cool. What was really cool about Maiden of Black Water is that game... Oh, Jesus. Seriously? Okay, I really gotta go, bro. Go up those stairs, girl, please. Open the door, open the door, open the door. Oh, run! Run, please, my God. I gotta cross the bridge or something, bro. Don't look back. Don't look back, don't look back. Just keep running, bro. Oh, God. I can't believe this. Okay, well, at least he's all the way over there. Where am I gonna crouch, bro? I don't have a hiding spot. I can't jump. Okay, I'm hiding. It's so tight that I can just hide in the grass. Thank God. Please don't come over here, bro. I'm so nervous. There's something nearby that I can take a picture of, it seems. Oh, I can take a picture of this and restore it. Oh, no, not quite. There we go. Awesome. I just respawned the bridge by taking a picture of it. A memo found along the shoreline. What on earth was that woman? I found her crying in front of a torii gate. When I tried to speak with her, I somehow found myself... The ghost looked like Jacob Marley. I'm going to Google that real quick, because I don't know Jacob Marley off the top of my head. Charles Dickens, A Christmas Carol. That's it. That's a fun callback. Yeah, actually, you know what? He kind of does, because he has those things flying off of his back, those little scarves and sashes. They look like the chains coming up the back of that ghost. That's kind of cool. Fun reference. I went into the mountains in order to bring an end to all of this, but now I can't bear to stay here any longer. I see lots of black shadows wriggling around. They're approaching me slowly yet steadily. They're going to turn me into one of them. I have to run. I need to leave the village. I hear a voice coming from the water. It's calling out to me. Wait, that's it. The water must lead to the outside. All I have to do is entrust myself to the current and let it carry me out. Yup. I wonder how well that served you. How well that went for you. Oh, thank goodness they have a save spot like right here too. Now what's that? Drowned woman. Oh. That's cool! That's the woman we fought earlier, and it gave us a little bit of context. I've been here so long. Before I had no idea what I was even doing, but now I do. I'm waiting for the morning. It was good seeing you, but I gotta dip. Have fun. Thank you, Kaiwi. I appreciate it, bro. I'm probably just going to save here and get off for the evening. I could go a little longer, but, you know. Oh, wait. Is that not a save? God dang it. Well, I'll go when I find a save, lol. But thank you for keeping me company, and I hope you have a lovely evening. And if you choose to install Dead Space, don't forget about the 30 frames fix and the mouse fix. Other than that, you should be all good. Just a quick little mention. What's supposed to be over here, I wonder? Did I miss anything over here? Yeah, no problem. That was also for Kylie, because they mentioned they had it on CD because they looked through their dad's stuff. Thank you for talking to me about horror games. I really appreciate it. Always willing to talk about them. And I'd love to hear how it goes for you later. Dead Space is twisted, man. I kind of want to... I played 1 and 2 on stream before I even had gameplay on the screen. And, I played the remake of 1 on stream as well. But that one I actually had video for. Oh, that scared the shit out of me. Oh, yay. I was like, what's happening? Is it gonna attack me? I don't think there's a save up there. There might be one up here. Yes. Cool, if you liked this game, I'd recommend it, but it just came out. I don't think it's on sale right now. Yeah, sorry. My bad. I'm actually quite easy to scare. The thing is, I basically got so freaked out in the course of just a couple of months when I was a teenager that I basically swore off, like, all horror games until I got back into horror in general by playing stuff or watching movies like, you know, The Grudge, The Ring, and then I started watching even more horror movies that didn't have ghosts. And so I started playing games, and that was sort of like my whole thing when I started on here, was that I would play horror games, but I'm like a coward and I need to get over it. So I would play like the stuff that I had been putting off for the longest time, like Amnesia. The specific games that scared me all back to back in a short amount of time were Amnesia, Cry of Fear, and Condemned Criminal Origins. I beat and also Visage, but that was a game that I played later in life that still scared me. The only one of those games I have not beaten on stream was Cry of Fear. I don't think I could have played those other games if it wasn't for the help of my lovely friends I've made over the years. So yeah, thank you everyone who happens to be watching this retroactively. But yeah, I'm going to get off for now that I actually got to save. I'm going to make sure I saved because I'm crazy like that. Yes, okay, so I've watched that show, and I have watched the Japanese versions too. I've even watched the Japanese, like, debut TV movie that came out in 2 parts. I love those movies. They are awesome. But now that you mention it, I think I'm due for a rewatch. I've rewatched Ringu and Ring 2 recently, so I think if I do go back to watch some, I've seen Ju-on 1 like so many times, it's not even funny. I do need to see Ju-on. I could watch Ju-on 1 and 2 and then maybe rewatch Origins. I think that's what it's called. Dude, that show is twisted though. It was hard to watch at times. Loved it. Great. Left me feeling abysmal. Awesome stuff. Sweet Home. Okay. I think I remember my father watching that. That one was like, had a lot of monsters in it. Would be cool. But yeah, I really need to go use the restroom. I'm gonna hop off for now. Did I follow you already? Okay, I did. Awesome. Very nice. So I'm gonna get off for now. I hope you have a lovely evening, Soul Kirby, and anyone who stopped by. I'll see you all hopefully tomorrow. And let me know how those games go the next time you see me, or if you just want to message me, that's even cool too. I hope you guys have a lovely evening. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.